What is up, everyone? Welcome to the great scootering podcast called Undialed Podcast. Today we have two really special guests. Special guests, introduce yourself. We'll start with special guest number one.
I am Sean Macfoy, other known as Max Skippy.
Hell yeah.
I'm Charley Frank, also known as Charley Frank.
Awesome.
No, I go by Charizard sometimes, but mostly people just call me Charlie.
Heck yeah. Well, you guys got some unique names, Charizard and Max Skippy. I'm actually curious, Max Skippy. How did you get that name, Max Skippy?
I honestly don't remember. Like at this point, like I just like got it like just being at my local park for so long.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I think it's very strange within scootering. I don't think it's just within scootering. I think this is kind of a 21st century, very recent social media thing where people only know each other off of their social media handles.
Yeah.
Most
Like-
definitely.
It was funny. Clayton came in while you guys were out riding. Clayton came in and he's like, yo, so what's his name? And I was like, Max Skippy. He's like, no, like his real name. And I was like, I don't know. And then I had to look up your
Nobody-
north part, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, there it is, Sean McFoy.
Yeah. Like most people don't know me by my like actual name. It's crazy. I didn't even want it to be like that, but it just like ended up like that.
Facts.
Do you ever wonder are you ever wish you like were called back?
Well, my name is Sean.
Well, I know, but do you ever wish you had a different nickname
uh,
Sean Mac
I sometimes I want to go by my like actual name, but like in scootering, it doesn't really matter.
Do you ever find that
It's
the
whatever.
people that you know, like people your age that you know that aren't scooter riders, they all call you Sean, and
Yeah,
then
most
all of the
people call me
scooter
Sean.
riders call you Max Skippy?
Yeah, like it's like scooter riders just call me Skippy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny whenever somebody hits me up over like text or something like that, and I don't have their number saved or it's just random, and they introduce them, they're like, Willie. I instantly know it's a scooter person because
Yeah.
if you know me, I go by Will. But if they hit me up as Will, then it's like, okay, this is probably like a friend level thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then if they hit me up by William, I'm like, oh shit, like this is either my family or this is like some sort of important thing that I need to do.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know, it's interesting that we live in a culture now where your social media name is almost as important as like your real name.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Like honestly, if my nickname didn't kind of stick before Instagram was like a huge thing, like I probably would have changed it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think about changing it, but I'm like, it's whatever. Like,
I feel like it's so much of who you are now, like
Yeah.
just by default.
yeah, exactly. Like, so I'm just like, just
No, I
gonna
feel
roll
it. I
with
feel
it.
like if people were talking about you about your scootering and stuff, and yo, have you seen Sean's new clip? They'd be like, wait, who's Sean?
Who? Yeah,
Yeah,
which
But
Sean?
if you, said
Yeah, with
Skippy,
Sean, I feel like,
but if they said Skippy, they'd be like, oh, okay, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing. It's like a kind of a signature thing. Like, nobody else is Skippy, so it's like I guess I'm Skippy.
You definitely
Yeah.
stand out more in a way.
Yeah. Like having like that kind of name, like I feel like because nobody else in scootering really like I've seen people like make that name because of me. Like they'll like change their Instagram name to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so sick.
Yeah, like how they do it with like Kai Saunders, like how there's a bunch of Desi's out there.
There used to be a million like white trash somethings
No way.
out there. Yeah, that was a really common one. But dude, it's funny. Like, have you noticed with your fans when they approach you, do they ever call you Sean, or is it always?
Yeah, they don't. They never call me Sean, honestly, like ever. Even the people that I ride with every day sometimes forget my name.
Why did you choose to have your North edit be called your name and not just Max Skippy?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I just didn't really want it to be like signature promo or something.
I feel
like that.
that.
I feel like that's kind of like it's kind of played out and like I don't know. It's something that I feel like names like that. Like I feel like it's better to just keep it simple, like and not just have like a I don't know because I want to showcase a scootering, not like just like I don't know.
So you put out like a really sick video part recently. It was for your signature deck, and you made that with Badger, right?
Yeah, I made it with Badger.
That's
Yeah,
super.
that video was sick.
Tell me about that trip. I'm curious to know like how long were you out there filming for? Because I feel like it was a pretty long video. At least it felt like there was like sections to it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, like I was out there for like a week, and like it was it was my first time like actually being on like a trip for like me.
Mm-hmm.
Like and so like I was like I didn't really know like even though I'm from there, like I'm from the DC area, Like I didn't know like what spots to hit because there's so many.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I've been in Washington and like haven't been riding like consistently, just been riding like whenever the rain isn't around, like
Yeah.
so like I don't know. I just like it just I was kind of I was yeah, I don't know. I was just
Did you get to choose where you went?
yeah, I mean we just kind of went around like just a city. Like we just stayed in DC. We didn't go like to Maryland or anything. We like just looked in alleyways, like looked for cutty spots that like I don't know. We just kind of started like looking around instead of just like looking at the spot pages.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
but that was the move because we just hit a bunch of random like weird like I hit like a garbage can and it had like a little inside 50 type thing.
Yeah,
It had, like
yeah.
a 5-0 to bar on it. Yeah, it was like kind of sketchy because it like moved, but like we made it work. Like
That's
stuff
sick.
like that. Yeah.
I feel like it's a really cool experience when you're out riding with your friends and you come across a spot rather than like be told about a spot and then go to it. You know what I'm trying to say? I feel like when you're told about a spot and go to it, there's some sort of expectation that you have to uphold. But I feel like when you just come across it, it's just kind of like, oh, this is a blank canvas. Like, let's see what we got to do.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
just you start a
exactly.
session, like figure it out.
But like if you've seen a spot and you go to it, it's like regardless, you're going to be comparing yourself to
Yeah.
whoever had done whatever,
And it's sick, like because like I saw some of the spots that we just ran into like in skate videos because I have a lot of homies
Mhm.
that are from DC. So like it's crazy like seeing like we're just like, oh, this could be a spot and it's like already a spot to some people. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. Like
Because isn't a lot of the stuff in DC marble? So it makes like
Yeah.
ledges everywhere.
Yeah, ledges everywhere. The curbs slide too. Like everything is like way more scooter compatible than like a lot of places. Like
That's
you can
super
nose blunt
sick.
like everything. Like
Really?
yeah, like
Dang.
at least if you wax it. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, like everything has potential, but some stuff people just don't hit because they like hitting the original skate spots. And like
Mm.
there's no scooter scene there, so nobody's waxing everything. Because I bet if there was a scooter scene, they'd care like more about like all the other spots than like the skate scene because they just stay at like one spot.
Isn't there some famous sort of spot there?
Yeah,
It's like I
it's
want to say
Freedom Plaza.
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was in my part. Like I did like the whip bar and then the nose many bar twist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah,
that was
and then I did a
super
bri
sick.
whip down it, and I have some other clips that are like unreleased and some old ones that I did down. I can't remember, but yeah, like that spot is like it's iconic. Like
Mhm.
yeah, but scooters have kind of had beef there, but like kind of settled down a little bit. Like
That's
yeah,
nice.
like
It's interesting when you go to these iconic skate spots, right? I feel like LA it would be the courthouses, or
Yeah.
in DC it would be that spot, and I'm
Freedom.
thinking in San Francisco it would be like the Embarcadero. And it's interesting, like the rules of a skate park of like the beef apply there. It's so
Yeah.
interesting how like it's kind of a skate park, but it's defined as a street spot, but yet
Yeah.
it still has the culture of a skate park.
Exactly.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's so fascinating how that pans out in spots around the world.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
What was like your most like favorite place to film like in your video?
Probably Freedom, just because like anytime I ride there, I can just search the spot because there's so much there. Like, yeah, I don't know.
That's
Like,
sick.
Or like, yeah, I'd say Freedom. I don't really know any other. All the other spots were kind of just like we were just rolling around.
Mhm.
And, we just stumbled upon
feel like-
stuff.
I feel like that's our deck park, you know?
Yeah, that's the Arizona version.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I feel like every single major city needs one, or at least it gets
Yeah.
like defined.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's cool too, cause like I've noticed like every city that does that, like for some reason they just don't cap it. Like they let people ride it. You know what I mean? They don't mind, and that's like really cool. Cause like isn't like most cities like I don't know like LA and like all those big cities it's different, but like a lot of little cities there's not much spots and like or you have to drive far distances. So like for
Mhm.
kids getting into like riding more, people who just don't have a way to get around, like it's nice to have a lot in one spot.
Yeah, what I think is interesting is a lot of the time it's in a very like city center area.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like the real estate that it's on is very valuable.
yeah,
Because I could see the cops not caring about that being on kind of a distant edge of the city. Like I
Mhm.
see like that why that wouldn't be a big deal. But I feel like a lot of the times they're in like pretty used areas, which I
Mhm.
find interesting that they're just allowed. kind of just all around the world. It's like there's these defined little areas.
Yeah. It's weird. Like Freedom Plaza, it's like right next to the White House. It's like
Mm,
the Martin Luther King like memorial, and like it's still like uncapped everywhere,
That's crazy.
like all over. Yeah.
that's so interesting. I feel like Washington D.C. is so old too that the architecture and just like the the way they made everything in 200 years ago, you know what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say? Like
Yeah.
they had a whole different process of like creating columns for buildings and this and that, and it resulted in a whole different playbook of spots.
Yeah.
I think that's really interesting, like the contrast of spots versus the East Coast and West Coast. You always hear like
Yeah.
East Coast crust, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just and what I think is really interesting about that as well is I was watching some videos about just weather and patterns in the United States, and it's like once you pass the Rocky Mountains, there's a whole different climate
Yeah.
on the eastern side of the United States. So that's why it's so good for farming and like the Midwest and everything. But what it does to the spots out there, it creates a whole different consistency and a texture to like
Yeah.
what you're riding on. And
Yeah.
and then to like take it one step farther, it's like when you go over to other countries, they have a whole different way of making their stuff, a whole different type of material, and a whole different weather pattern. It's like
Yeah.
it's just interesting, like how different spots are. And I feel like I'm almost getting to the point too within scootering. I can almost tell where a spot is in a video based off of like the ground, which is like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I can definitely tell sometimes. Like I'll be like, damn, that's in New York.
Yeah.
Like or like that's in Maryland for sure somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like,
So what's it been like growing up in Seattle? What's
uh,
that scene been like?
it's pretty sick. Like there's a lot of scooter riders, like, and they're all coming up hard. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, I just feel like there's not like enough filmers. Like, but like I mean, I feel like everywhere people have that problem sometimes, or at least having like a valid camera. Like,
Yeah. I feel like
yeah.
what it takes is it takes one person, one dedicated person in the group who has a genuine passion
Yeah.
for filming. Like they really have to want it for themselves.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
they also have to be okay with almost putting in the most amount of hours without getting the most amount of credit,
Yep.
which I think is an important like part of being a filmer. Is I sometimes see this with like crews, and I can't think of any crews specifically, but I'll see like a filmer will get really greedy with the content that he films, and like at the very beginning of the video it's like this huge screen like filmed and produced, and it almost like takes away from it. I
Yeah.
feel like if you're really gonna make like if you're gonna have a scene where you start putting out good content, one person just has to like be that person for everyone else in the group, and like finding a person to do that, it's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it definitely is.
So blessed to have like Daniel here
yeah, I was
that
gonna
like
say, I was telling Daniel the other day just like how much like he means to everyone in scootering. Like I don't know, it's like producers and music. Like
Mhm.
without a producer like on a song, like there wouldn't be a song. And like without Daniel filming and editing and putting it all together, there wouldn't be an edit. And like I was kind of just explaining to him like how like sick and like how important like which here you probably already knows, but like how important what he's doing is, and like
Mhm.
it's just super cool. Like there definitely needs to be more people who are like into filming. Like I feel like that's one thing skating has that, like scootering doesn't yet. Like there's a lot of just filmers in skating. Like they know how to ride a board and do like a few tricks, but like their main goal and like thing in skating is just filming. And like I feel like if scootering had that, like it would be like way different.
I feel like a
that's
big
facts.
reason that skateboarding has such prevalent filmers is because I feel like a big part of skateboarding culture has been emphasis on the filming aspect. I feel like you got to think about how historic the VX 1000 is. That such a
Yeah.
powerful camera that literally a different strain of action sports called scootering adopted it because it was so cool in their history.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like that has no part of scootering history, but like
Yeah, it
we've
doesn't.
adopted it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
totally do.
And it's like I think that's interesting. But I also feel like there was this era in skateboarding that never really existed like it did in scootering, and that era was this point when skate teams could really afford to go out and make a full-length video that they could sell as a DVD and actually make quite a bit of money from it.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they would do that is they would make a DVD, a year-long DVD. Once a year, they would sell like the DVD, and then it would go out and like with the boards they sell for that drop, and then they would sell like hundreds if not thousands of copies of a DVD. You know, you have 1,000 copies of a DVD you sell for $5. It's like that's a $5,000 check. It was way more than that, but like you can see how that would pay for a team.
Yeah.
And like and it's unfortunate because everyone expects free content these days through the internet, so we don't really have that same reinforcement of like money backing filmers. But I feel like that's why filmers were such a big thing within skateboarding, is because I think of the few early, like in the early days of skateboarding, there's a few smart guys that were like, nah, like filming is where the money is, you know? And then they took that upon themselves and like became the masters of their craft because there was a lot of money in it, you know? And then and that just got worked into skateboarding culture. And then there's also been these iconic filmers like Beagle and GX 1000 that like defined the way that like people film on skateboards. And I feel like we haven't had that breakthrough moment in scootering to like really give like people who are scootering and filming that incentive to like push their craft farther. And I feel like that incentive could be money based, but it could also be like fame based. It just needs to be like some sort of incentive.
Like, I feel like honestly, like I don't know, like LA, like it's sick with like what they're doing, like sending people out on trips to film.
That is
riders.
sick.
Yeah,
And they're like they're sending out filmers too, which is the coolest part. Like that's like not just they're only sending out riders, like they're sending out a filmer too, and like I don't know, for filmers that's huge. You know what I mean? Like I mean, of course, like riders have been like sent out on trips before, but like I think this is the first time like that I've noticed at least that like actual filmers have been sent out as well.
Yeah, no, that's good. I feel like also too, scootering got kind of in a predicament in 2016 when scooter YouTubers such as Tanner, Raymond, Art, myself blew up on YouTube, and there was this whole like response in scootering where like everyone saw Tanner and the Funk Bros like started to earn like a lot of money, right? And then it was like all the scooter companies owners or the people in charge were like got this like connection where it was like YouTube money. And it's like all right, like we each need to make our own YouTube channels so that way we can like make money like Tanner is, right? And so like every single scooter company just like started their own YouTube channel. Phoenix had their own YouTube channel, like Mothership did, all these different ones, right? And it was like if we all would have just like initially from the start been like, nah, there should be like one page that we like, that all the companies send their videos to, that were the one page that we subscribe to watch all the scooter edits, whether they're park, whether they're street, like the place. And like I feel like we got sidetracked in that in like a side mission to score YouTube revenue, when in reality we all should have just came together as a community, you know? And I feel like Olay now they're doing amazing things by sending out filmers and like creating their own videos for themselves. And I think that that's really cool, but I still feel like the ultimate move for scootering would be like one place to view all the scootering content. And the only way that I realistically see that happening is once YouTube and Instagram phase out and there's this new like social media platform where we can kind of start at like a new baseline. I feel like that's the moment that like, all right, like we've done this, like, you know, like let's
just hope it's not TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't like mind TikTok, but like if that became like the whole new, like I just couldn't.
No, it's gotta be like a web-based thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Because here's another thing about skate videos and scooter videos that I find interesting is back in the day, skate videos, people would sit in a couch, they would sit on a chair and they would watch their TV, right? And now we digest majority of our scootering. Like obviously all three of us sit down and watch scooter videos, but like majority of the scootering you consume on a daily basis is
on your phone.
Is in passing doing something. You have an extra 5 minutes here, you have 70% of your brain to use, the other 30% is thinking about the other bullshit of the day, but like 70% is like, oh, okay, I'll triple whip back lip, you know? And it's like, you know, and instead of being like 100% like, oh wow, triple whip back lip, you know? And it's like, I feel like the way that people digest content is like so important, you know?
Like, dude, like I'm not sure if you guys remember, but like Scoot Mag, I'm pretty sure had like a scooter app, and like I feel like it was just like too early for its time and like not done right.
Yeah.
But like, dude, that was so sick because it was like a scooter only app. Like you'd hop on and like people would post their like pictures, clips, and like but it'd
Mhm.
just be like Instagram, but just only for scootering. Like, I feel like it was cool, but I feel like it could be also done like a different way to where it's like not like Instagram, but like you can still post like pictures, videos, but like mostly for like edits and stuff. But like I think it'd be really cool for like even just action sports as a whole to just have a like software like somewhere just so you can put on your videos and it's like people who only want to watch action sports can like watch it. But at
Mhm.
the same time, like you got to think too, like how is it gonna help grow too? If
Yeah,
it's only
exactly.
actions, but like I don't know,
Yeah.
it's a good idea, but at the same time, it doesn't work.
I feel like a big draw for people getting popular on these social media apps through action sports is to like draw these other people, right? It's
Mhm.
like so skateboarder or I don't know, somebody who has followers. It's like now they have the incentive of like, oh, now I can use this leveraged following to go do whatever I want, you know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
I mean, you see that on a micro scale within scootering,
yeah.
you
I
know?
definitely do. I'm like I see that and I'm just like, wow, like you forgot about scooters. You just went off to something else.
Yeah, dude, scooting's
Yeah.
so much different. Like I don't know, you started pretty early, dude. Like
Yeah.
I feel like talk about that. Like I don't know, like I feel like I kind of consider you like more OG. You know
Yeah,
what I
tell us
mean?
about the early days of Seattle. What was that like? You said
I
you were
mean,
when we were riding yesterday. You told me you remember riding with T-Bone back in the day. That's some
yeah.
like legendary stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like I lived in Everett like when I first started scootering and I rode this park called Walter E. Hall.
Hmm.
It's like yeah, it's just this like bowl and like weird like it has like weird spines and stuff, but like I don't know, everyone back in the day used to just ride pro models with like Rad T-bars. Like that was
Yeah.
because like Rad was like the only like real company other than like Proto making stuff.
Was that near you?
Yeah.
Like the factory?
Yeah, Rad
That's
was
sick.
in Woodinville, which is like that's like 25 minutes away.
Okay.
Like not far. And like yeah, like I don't know, like for the most part, like I like I had people to look up to in scootering, but they weren't like pro. Like they were like kinda like they were like but like yeah, they were all riding like the lucky 2-piece decks, you know,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
they were doing like 720s and stuff, and I was like, damn, like I want to do that, like
Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know, I don't know if you know who Nate Wagner is, but he was like he was on Inward, like
Okay.
when, do you know Bustin' Cakes? Bustin' Cakes, it's like a DVD.
Boston cakes.
Yeah, it's like a DVD for Inward.
No.
You don't?
No.
Damn.
Dude.
Yeah, Inward back in the day, they had like a DVD and like he
I'm
was in it.
slacking on that. I didn't
Like
know.
it was when Jordan Yasa or whatever his name is was
Yeah.
scootering and like who else was in it? Matt Ogle, I think from.
I believe it. He was from
Yeah,
Texas. Yeah. That's
yeah.
where Inward's from.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
but like
Dang, yeah, I didn't know that either.
yeah, he was like someone I looked up to, and like Daniel Bondar, he's like another person. He's like from my area, like. But I don't know. They kind of got me like into scootering, and they posted YouTube videos and stuff, like.
So what was the series of events? At one point you were somebody who didn't scooter. And then how did you
Yeah.
become somebody that's like, you know what? I scooter.
Well, I mean, at first like I was into skateboarding a little bit. Like,
Okay. So you're around
yeah.
the skate park on a skateboard.
Yeah, like because when I lived in DC, like I had a skateboard. I don't know. I don't even know how I got it. My mom just bought me it.
What age did you move
Yeah.
from DC to Washington State?
Um,
Washington DC to Washington State.
Well, I moved there when I was like 7 or like 6 or
Okay.
7. Yeah,
Young.
and I like moved back when I was 13 to like Maryland, and then I moved back to
Oh, so you've been back and forth.
Yeah, I've gone back and forth. And like
Okay.
Maryland, there's not like a lot of scooter riders. Like there's like maybe 2 or 3. Like and they're all homies, but like they all kind of moved away. And like there was also some scooter riders in Virginia, which
Mhm.
is like not too far, but like I don't know, the scene kind of wasn't like doing much, and like I felt kind of bored, so I just went back to Washington. But like, and I had a lot going on just like at home and shit. So like, yeah, but like after that, like I don't know, I kind of moved back to Washington, and like it's not like the same as riding with a bunch of skaters, like because my local it was like only skaters, like.
Mhm.
Like most of the time I'd ride with people and it'd be like I'd go out of my way to go to like a different park or a different spot. Like
Mhm.
yeah. So I just like mostly skaters would see me doing everything I did. So I didn't like I don't know, they didn't like think of anything of it. They didn't like know what tricks I was doing. So I would just learn new tricks a lot easier, it felt like.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because like now it's like I don't know, like everyone's like kind of just like everyone's like kind of paying attention to what tricks I'm doing. Yeah, like because I'll pull up to a park and there's like always like so many scooter riders. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and like I'm like used to it now, but like for a while I was like, dang, like it's just like crazy how like there's a huge scene, like almost as big as skateboarding, but not quite, you know? Like it's like I don't know. Like it's crazy.
Washington's
Yeah.
crazy, dude. I was only been there
It's a
like
huge
once,
scene.
but like I went to like Stevens Park, and there's like I swear like 20 different scooter riders just like chilling just at one session. I've never seen that. Like I don't know, maybe like way back in like 15 in the Rio days, like at Rio Vista Skate Park, there'd be like a big group of scooter kids, but like I haven't seen that in so long, and just to see everyone just like riding and kind of like getting along, it was just cool. Like I don't know.
You
Very
find
nice.
these like magical little pockets of scootering.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
and
It's
like I
really-
made friends with like a lot of people just in that one day too, and like a lot of people like they're all really nice up there, and like I don't know. If you're a Washington homie, that's what's up.
yeah, the
Yeah,
Northwest
shout
has
out
a
to
really
all the
good scooter
Washingtonians.
scene, which I
Yeah.
almost think is surprising because like half of these you can't ride, huh?
Yeah, I mean, for
Tell me about that.
like it's to be honest, like for me, like it's probably like worse for like just than like most people because I just when it's raining, I don't want to go outside and like I
Yeah.
don't want to even try and go to like a parking garage or like I don't even like I don't know. For the most part, it makes me just not want to scooter even when it starts getting sunny because I'll be like I don't know, but like. I feel like like for the most part like scootering in the rain like it's just we can't like get out and film and then go hit parks. We have to make up our minds really like yeah like most of the time we'll either like spend like a couple weeks just only riding parks or like we'll hit spots like
Okay.
and like make that the priority. But like lately it's been spots.
That's good.
Yeah, like we've been going like pretty hard. I haven't been scootering much. I've been filming mostly, but like I've been like still keeping up with everyone like yeah in the Washington area.
Some of the boys are moving from Washington, which sucks. Like
Yeah.
Will went down for college, and Alex is now in LA.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah,
Jeff's
it's a
out here
bummer.
now.
Yeah, and Jeff's out here. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were far from me, kind of, but like I rode with them a solid amount. Like Alex, I've known him for a really long time, and Will, like he's been around for a minute. Like yeah, I like, but like I lived in like Everett, which is kind of up north, so like the group I ride with is a little bit like they're less known, but they all
Did
go
you
hard.
do you ride with Helson?
Helson? Yeah, sometimes I ride with.
Is
them.
that
I
like
rode
the
with him
area you're
other day.
from?
I mean a little bit more south of that because they're like.
They're like on the border.
Yeah, I'm like by a different border. I'm like kind of close to Victoria, Canada. Like, yeah.
God,
so,
are you more inland
like
or
yeah.
more coastal?
Well, like I'd say I live right in front of the ocean,
Okay.
like right by the
Okay,
beach.
sick.
Yeah, so but I live by a bunch of islands, and then like once you go past a few islands, it's Victoria.
Damn.
Yeah, like I don't even know. I'm like not local enough to like know exactly where I'm at, but like I live far from most people. Yeah.
Do you go to Canada much ever or nah?
No, I wish I did. Yeah. I
Are
want
they
to.
still strict with COVID and everything?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be going over there though. Like,
There's
just
a lot of
take
homies over
advantage
there.
yeah. I want to take advantage of it being that close. Like, it's like a whole different ball game with the spots too. Like, I went over there once. And
Wait,
I was
really?
like, yeah. Like, I didn't realize that Vancouver had a lot. And they got like that skate park under the bridge, you know.
I seen that before. Yeah.
Mhm.
That park's sick. Like, I only rode it for a little while, but like, yeah, like I definitely want to go back. Yeah,
That
it's
park
like
looks crazy.
it's like only 2 hours for me. Like,
Canada is so damn big.
yeah.
For
I
real.
forget how big
I'm-
Canada is,
Yeah.
dude.
I'll like look at a map and I'll just be like, wow, like they're bigger than the U.S., right?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
by like a lot. Yeah,
I think. I mean,
Like, at least,
yeah,
like,
I'm
not-
one third
I'm-
bigger.
if we're bigger than the
they're bigger.
continental United States. I don't know if with Alaska too. Maybe Canada's still bigger.
No,
don't know,
I think it
Canada's
is.
pretty big.
Yeah, I think it is to be honest. But Alaska's huge too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
One thing that I think is really interesting about Canada, this is so random, but it's on my mind. So they found that a lot of the way that the water like funneled from the like basically the North Pole down to like America, they noticed that it was like in a very unique order.
Yeah.
They're like, why is that? You know?
Mhm.
So they started to do some more digging of why the water is such a unique way, and they found this like several like I want to say it was like 10 or 20 miles long beaver dam.
Oh, no way.
I think
it's-
you were telling me about this.
It's like the world's largest structure ever made by an animal, and it was to the point that it was affecting the water flow from like the North Pole down to the United States. Like that's how big it was.
Damn.
And I was
that's
just thinking
crazy.
like, damn, that That's some Canadian.
Yeah,
Just
Mhm.
Canadian
yeah.
shit.
They have way more wildlife. It seems like.
Yeah.
Like when I was over
That's
there on like
insane.
the Heat Wave North trip, like a couple of years ago, like we were like like sleeping in the van, like it was off the side of the highway. And like I woke up in the morning, like Legout, he was like sleeping next or he was sleeping in the like seat in front of me, like by the like in the front of the van.
Yeah.
And like yeah, I just woke up and looked to the left and there was like a family of bears. Like it
What?
wasn't just like one bear, like it was like a small like I saw a small one first and then there was like a little bigger one and then
No
there was,
way.
yeah, and there was a big
Like
one.
next to you?
No, not next to me, but they like everyone else had their tents posted up, and it was
Mhm.
right by the tents,
Oh my
like, yeah,
God.
like right there. I was like,
No.
yeah, I was
Did they have
shook. I didn't
food
know what
out?
to do. Like, say that again.
Do they have like food out or anything?
Well, honestly, probably low key.
That's
definitely
because
why they
had
were there,
hella
yeah.
stuff out, like yeah, like
And
so-
then,
like yeah, they could have gotten like murked like that. Yeah, that was gnarly.
that's hella funny. Tell me about that North Heat tour. You guys started in Canada and then ended in SD, right? That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember.
No,
I remember getting
we
the.
ended in Seattle actually.
You ended in. Okay,
Yeah,
I remember I
and
have the
think they went further.
Where is it?
Canada.
the Heat tour. It's up here somewhere. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
that-
North
yeah.
Scooters Heat Wave tour.
Yeah.
I got that at Claremont, dude.
Yeah,
I
it did.
got a sheet of that.
And then there's
That
the
grip is
the
sick.
spray painted one. Where I don't know where that one is, but there's a spray painted version too.
Oh, I see it. Hey, I got good eyes.
Yeah, there it is.
Damn.
But yeah, I remember getting those
Yeah.
at SD.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna do another Heat Wave tour?
I'm honestly not sure. Like I think like right now, like I don't know. I don't have any trips planned, but like hoping to go on some this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
so what's it been like with North Scooters? Like, tell me about that experience. Tell me about what it's like being on that team with those sort of riders. Like,
Oh, it's pretty sick. Like I don't know. Like I feel like we all kind of got our connects. Like yeah, like anytime I'm with like Legouch, like it's always good times, and like same with Ryan. Yeah, like and like Lewis too. Like yeah, like all the homies on the team and the Canadian homies. Like I haven't spent too much time with them, but like I actually got to meet them, and most of the other riders haven't. So like yeah, like meeting like what's his name? Devin Morgan. Yeah, like Grand
Yeah.
Prix
Yeah,
Transit.
Devin's
Yeah,
sick.
yeah, he kills it. Like got to meet those fools for a day. Like back like it was for Heatwave actually. Yeah.
that's sick.
Word.
Yeah. So I've like gotten to meet most of the riders that are like kind of further out too. Like it's sick. Like I'd never been sponsored by any other like company before. So
Mhm.
like getting on North, I didn't know what to expect, and like it's like crazy how we all like connect. Like and how like we all like somehow like got on North and we like already met each other through different like Woodward and like different
Yeah,
stuff
that's
like
dope.
that.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah.
So North has been your very first sponsor ever.
I was on Mothership. Like it was a shop sponsor. but
Okay, but first manufacturing sponsor is
Yeah.
North.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
And you
hype them.
actually just got a SIG deck, which is so sick.
Yeah.
This is a
SIG deck
nice
is
purple
super
color.
sick.
Yeah.
Tell me about that whole operation. I'm curious.
So like I don't know. I went with purple because like I feel like I just like dark scooters. Like
Mhm.
I'd much rather ride an all black setup than some like crazy rainbow, like anything like that. It's,
Yeah, who wants
it's nice.
that?
Yeah, it's nice when it has like one color. Like
Yeah, the color half
I'm
the
just
story
messing with
right
you.
there.
that's just like my like for me, you know.
No, I
Like,
feel you. Yeah.
yeah, but like I don't know. I just don't really like. I just want my scooter kind of simple.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I really like having like black bars, black wheels, and all that, and just the purple. I feel like a dark color like looks really nice.
I feel like your deck is such a unique color. Like
Yeah,
I know there's quite a few purple scooter parts out there, but yours is like it's almost like sparkly,
No,
and
yeah.
and it has like a very dark tone to it. Like
yeah,
I remember we were talking right as you walked in. I was like, this is like a scooter part you haven't seen before. You know what I mean? Like this is a very rare color.
yeah,
When
I feel like with an all black, all accessories, it like looks so prime.
yeah. I feel like it really like just like sets the tone with it. Like just looks sick.
When I first
like-
saw it, my bad. No, you.
No,
go.
What you got, Char?
When I first saw it, like it reminded me of like in GTA 5, like you know when you customize your car. Have you
Yeah.
guys seen that midnight purple?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks exactly like that.
Yeah, like
this
some
is-
Pimp My Ride
Yeah.
type shit.
Hey, literally, this
Yeah.
is so prime. It like reminded me just like a badass car. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
like one of those low riders.
Yeah, it is dope.
like that shit's fire.
That's sick. So what made you choose the size that you chose? What size does it come in?
It comes in 6.2 by 23 and 22.
Okay.
22 and a half.
Did you get to choose like your extrusion size and all of that cool stuff?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
that's sick.
I like
What made you choose 6'2"?
I didn't want to go wider because I felt like that would literally just be an experiment.
Okay.
Like, and I'm not trying to feel like I'm trapped on a scooter that's
Yeah.
like too big.
You get your sig deck and don't like it.
Yeah,
Imagine.
like I thought about 6'5", and I was like, like I don't know, like just like too big. Just because I do like a lot of I do a lot of tricks, like actual
Yeah, like scooter tricks.
Yeah, like I mean I do a lot of everything kind of. So like I don't want to like not be able to do a certain trick because
You don't
my
want to limit your
scooters-
tail whips to
Yeah.
get better at 50s.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'll do it on a 5 wide.
Yeah.
like, you know, like
Neat.
it's like I don't know. I feel like if I had a 6'5", I probably wouldn't like be that stoked on like doing
Be hard to
everything.
throw around.
Yeah.
Is your deck a true box deck? Like is the bottom the same width as the top, or does it have any taper in it?
I honestly am not sure. I think
'Cause that's a
think it's
big-
box. I think it's just box.
Because that's a
Yeah.
big factor that I found with decks. Like the
Yeah.
tilt decks I'm on 6'5" now, but the bottom is 6.
Oh,
So it
shit.
tapers in a little bit. So it's
Yeah.
like I don't know, and tilt decks are light too. So it's like you kind of get that responsiveness, but I don't know if I would feel about like a true 6'5" box. Like that's kind of big.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I could rock that. Like I don't like think it's like something that we shouldn't have, but it's personally like I feel like 6'2" is just like my size.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't want to go with something that's
Because
just
don't
not
you
me.
and Tuddy have the same size?
Yeah.
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 That's sick.
Yeah. Facts.
That's super cool. What is your graphic? I'm curious. I've seen it. I can't visually remember it though.
It's crazy. I mean, it's just
It's
me
so sick.
filming, and like then there's like the Space Needle, and then
That's
there's
right. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's the
Okay.
angels holding a peanut butter jar up
Why a
It-
peanut butter jar?
because Skippy. I mean,
Got
like,
it. Okay, okay.
yeah, I'm
I
not
wanna
even
pull
like
that.
that big on peanut butter. Like, I like peanut butter, like, but like, I just was like, I don't know, it'd be kind of funny, you know, like, because inside joke,
Yeah.
kind of. But like, I don't know, like my graphic, it also has like the capital of DC
Yeah.
because I'm from DC, like, and gotta rep both.
Oh, that's really
both
cool.
Washingtons.
Oh, you're setting your camera up on the peanut butter.
yeah,
Yeah.
yup.
Damn. Okay.
Using that to film like the stationary, like
You should
like
get a clip
B-roll.
of you doing that.
Yeah, I should. That'd be sick.
And like, if you imposed it when you're in Seattle, if you imposed it so you're like doing it, and the Space Needle's beneath it too. Like it was
Yeah,
like
I
it
could
was like
do it
you're
with the skyline.
Yeah, you could like
Yeah.
recreating the exact graphic.
Yeah, I honestly could. That's a
That-
good idea.
That'd be really cool.
Watch in a couple of weeks, you're gonna see that.
I want to see it.
That'd be so cool.
That's so cool. So,
Yeah.
are you working on any new video parts right now? I'm curious. You just dropped that one.
that was filmed in a week, and like to be honest, that's like the only way I can really get a filmer. Like, I mean, I got like Jayberg,
Yeah.
Jackson Berkland, yeah, but like he has like I think he dislocated his ankle or he broke it. Yeah, I'm not. He needs surgery though, so
Poor
he
guy.
can't like
Feel
scooter.
it.
Yeah, like, but yeah, I like don't really have a filmer. I mean, like my homie Jaden, like Princess Holy Terror.
Yeah, he's tight.
Yeah, he's sick.
Yeah.
Like that's the homie, but like yeah, he's learning how to film. Like,
Okay.
yeah, but like to be honest, like I'm kind of picky, so like I'll like try stuff, but like
I feel like he's gonna turn into a really good filmer.
yeah,
Like
and, like,
he has that vision. I can see it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like he has
exactly.
that like aesthetic to himself where it's like he cares about the details a lot.
yeah, he cares a lot
Mhm.
about the details, and I'm like to be honest, I relate with that because
Yeah.
like with my because I'm filming a full length or like kind of like a mid length type thing right now,
Okay.
and like I don't know, I feel like I watch a lot of skate videos because I'm from like Maryland, DC area, and like they're like I just
It's
always
a heavy
was-
skate scene over there.
Yeah, and like I always like just watched a lot of skate videos, like William Strobeck, like just like Elijah Gordon, like a bunch of different people out there, and like yeah, I don't know, like I kind of just took that and I want to make like a scootering like version, but not copying anyone, just my own
Mhm.
thing. Like, yeah, Like I don't know, but like right now, like I'm filming with
Just
like
something really raw.
yeah, something raw where it's just pure scootering, not like
Yeah, not
too
no
much too
bullshit.
much B-roll bullshit. You know, like I don't know, like I want to
Where
have
it
B-roll,
shows
but
several attempts, it shows
yeah,
several tricks on the same
and
spot.
like the reaction of the person in the background,
Yeah.
like the random ass like dude
Yeah.
walking by. Like I got some of that, and it's just like you got to have character with it. You know what I mean?
It really adds this extra level in a way of intimacy because
Yeah.
it's like you the way that it's filmed is so close up that you really get to see how people react, and
Yeah.
it's like this extra level of being close. You know what I
There's
mean?
those aspects of scootering that like if you're not there and like it's not filmed right, you don't get to see. So like being able
Yeah.
to like almost feel like you're being part of the clip too, and like almost feeling like you're more there. It's like it's crazy, you know. It's like a way better way. I feel
Yeah.
like to make the person who's watching feel like they're there.
Yeah. You've been a part of 2 full lengths now, right? BLTN and BLTN 2.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. Tell me about that, because I actually went to that premiere, and that was really cool to watch.
Oh yeah, the
Watch you
second one, right? Yeah,
Yeah. The one that
second
just
one.
happened.
Dude, yeah, that one was so sick. That was probably the best thing that's happened in Seattle for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That jam was
That's what's up.
sick.
yeah, it was. I was glad to film it. Like I just wanted to see everyone ripping the spots that like I'm always like looking at.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I'm not much of a like I don't ride in street jams like that, but I like to just like film and enjoy like what's happening.
And enjoy
Yeah.
the vibe. I feel like some
Yeah.
people really get to their peak riding ability at street jams. I don't feel like I'm one of those people. I don't
No,
know.
Yeah, I don't. I just personally can't like send it with a bunch of people watching.
Mhm.
I don't feel like that like confident. Even though I know I could land some stuff, I just feel like it's better for me to just save myself, especially when I'm out of town. Like,
Yeah.
I'd much rather just like chill and like meet hella people from
Mhm.
wherever I am. You know?
I feel like also as well too, when you're at spots, it's kind of like you don't get to choose when you go.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say?
yeah.
Like,
I don't like that.
you
Like,
have
when it's like
cramps
a
telling you
race.
when you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like that jam was really sick.
Yeah, it was. I was so stoked on it. Like Alex did a really good job setting it up.
He really did. I feel like we went to a lot of his spots. I feel like there was the weird time when we went to like that rail that Jacob did the whip finger lip on.
Oh yeah.
When everyone got lost going to that, I feel like
Dude, it's because that's in South Seattle. Like we went all the way from like downtown, like by like Space Needle, you know, and
Yeah.
all that, and then we just ended up taking the train all the way south, which is deep. Like I drive, like whenever I'm riding anywhere around there, I drive, and like I don't like driving from like if I don't have to, I'm not gonna drive. Like it's a mob, bro.
and that was mostly just to get to the final spot, huh?
Yeah, like
And that was nuts.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
insane. Like
That's crazy.
that rail, like I've only seen one skater do it. Like
Damn.
yeah, so it's like seeing like that all that go down on it, like Isaac hitting the front 50, like that. Like I
Yeah,
saw a
that was
skater
fucked.
do that, like, and I'm like, damn, like if he saw that, he'd be like, what the fuck, like
Yeah.
yeah, like because like Isaac, he was like pinched in it, like
He was so
like,
pitted.
Yeah, I was gonna
yeah,
say
like
he was
there
in
was
it.
no way of getting out of the 50. He was in it, like.
Isaac's such a legend for doing that shit.
Yeah,
That was
he
so
is.
What a
crazy.
beast.
And then Jacob, he just ran that bar spin out of that board. Like I'm just
Yeah,
like,
dude, that
damn,
was
dude.
so crazy.
Yeah,
I feel like if Isaac wasn't going that hard, I don't think Jacob would have been fighting like that. You know, it's
Yeah.
like Jacob was just like, "Damn it, Isaac! I guess I have to do this now."
yeah, that energy in the battle was so sick. Like I don't know. I was so hyped on that. It was different than most jams. because
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like a battle between two people. Like that was like between Jacob and Isaac. I was like, damn, they're both my homies, and they're both just
I
like
know that's where I was
Yeah.
at too. I was
Like-
like, they're both my boys.
yeah, like that was insane. Like
Fuck.
yeah, dude, like that shit's crazy.
I hope they keep battling. That was
Yeah,
really
yeah, for
entertaining.
For real.
Yeah, I want to see that again. Like, I feel like with Jacob, any jam he's at, it's a battle, man. Like,
He's going in there to win. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter. Like,
Literally.
it's just
crazy.
like he like kind of evaluates the level that people are riding on the spot, and he'll just take it that one step farther. Like,
He's just such a beast.
Seriously, like it's insane.
I sadly didn't get to make it to that Seattle jam, but I definitely want to go next year. Like just watching the videos though, like definitely just made me feel like I was there though. You can like, I don't know, like if you've been to a jam or something before, you just know that like hype off the crowd, like, and you're watching the clips, you can almost like just feel like you're there. It's insane.
Yeah.
Exactly. I remember all those memes that came out from that jam. Did you see that? Like the gay pride parade is back early.
Oh
Did
yeah.
you see all that shit that like popped off because of it? I was like, that's hella funny.
Yeah, like there was like a TikTok about it. And I was like, damn. Like,
But it was like hella popular. Like it got a hell of attention.
yeah, I was shocked. Like,
I was like, come on, guys.
Yeah. Dude, and like after like the street jam happened, like not a lot of people saw this, but like there's a skate park called the Seattle Center Park.
Yeah.
Did you see the fight?
There was a fight. I remember you were posting on your story and you're like, this is fucked up. Or
Yeah,
something.
I almost got in it because they were like talking, like it was like this dude talking to like my homie, like one of the little homies. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like, and yeah, like I was like, yo, like you got a problem? And then like I saw they just wanted to fight. Like they were like just some like hood rats. Like some of the like I like no shade to anybody, but like I just like that was like it didn't need to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gypsies.
And, yeah, and for the most part, like I just feel like it was wrong because like
So what happened?
I mean, I honestly don't know, like,
So there's a kid getting like bullied, and then
I
you
guess.
intervened.
But like the first thing I saw was his dog was in the park, and the park it was at the time it wasn't open, like it wasn't like open to the public, but people would still skate it and scoot
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
but like. Yeah, it was closed, and so like he had his dog, and he was across the fence, and like they were pressing him about that, and I was like, "Yo, I mean, it's not like a big deal." But then he started walking around, and it got like they started like pressing him about that, and then he came inside and started talking to like this like one of the younger homies, and then it just became like it just kind of popped off, and I just didn't really like I didn't like. I don't know. I was not like prepared for that, but then I just saw him like pressing a kid, and then I like kind of like I got in there, but I didn't swing or anything. I just was like yelling at him, like, "Yo, don't say anything to like a youngin." Like,
Yeah.
but like,
People go into skate parks sometimes just so tweaked out.
yeah,
Like,
and
people-
that's so common in Washington.
Yeah.
because everyone's tweaked out there. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell me
yeah.
about that really quick. What's it like dealing with all those tweakers up there?
dude. I mean,
It's no Oregon, but damn.
yeah, it's close. They migrate. They go back and forth.
Yeah.
that's what I heard,
Depending on the storm.
Yeah, exactly. Like they come to Seattle when it's like not raining.
Yeah.
Like but I don't it's pretty crazy. I mean, I've gotten my like camera stolen. Not like a big camera, like it was like a little handy cam that I filmed, like I was trying to film like some YouTube like vlog stuff. Not like actual vlogs, but like just me like kind of going to like the park
Yeah.
and stuff and
So,
behind
yeah.
the scenes of the spots that
The
we
day in the
hit.
streets and stuff.
Yeah, and like it got stolen before I put any of it out. Like
Damn.
yeah, and I had a bunch. I've gotten like a bunch of stuff stolen from some of the tweakers out there. But like I mean, they're like I have a lot of B-roll of them doing weird stuff too. To be honest, they're kind of crazy. Like I have B-roll of this one tweaker like pulling up on like one of the little homies dating, and he like I don't know what is wrong with his eyes, but he was able to pop them out. Like,
Oh, I've seen those people do that before. Yeah.
he did that, and like I filmed it. And I'm just like, wow. You might see it in the video that's gonna drop. But, like,
You're like, yo, that's really happening.
yeah, like I've never seen
Like,
that
this is
person.
real
I didn't
life.
know it was something that like multiple people had. I thought it was just that one dude.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one fool in Ripley's,
Yeah.
just him.
Yeah, like that shit's crazy. Like, yeah, the tweakers out there, they're different though. I
feel like they're kind of aggressive too.
No,
like they
are.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like and like I don't know. Some of them can't even like speak. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. But they're like they can still walk around and they look like they function, but they just like aren't like I don't know, like whatever they're doing is messing up their head. Like it's crazy. Like
Yeah, that shit.
It's really like, I don't know, it's interesting just the response that we've seen to that epidemic come out. You know what I'm trying to say? Because it's like what we're seeing, what was happening is like, all right, well, they're getting just more assistance to do drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, that's just breeding like chaos.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like
They don't
Portland, when
arrest
we were
them
up
out
in
there for it.
Portland, that shit was insane.
Yeah, where you'd
Like-
go into the park and the bathrooms would be locked, but the hypodermic needle drop zones are like open.
Yeah.
It's just like, yo.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yo.
like that shit's crazy. I don't even know how like even like the small towns that I scooter in, like there's like so many tweakers still.
Damn.
It's crazy. Like I mean, like they like. I mean, I guess that's like where they kind of peak at. I don't know.
Yeah, why do they all go up to the Northwest?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
More liberal up there,
Yeah,
probably.
I mean, people are they're kind of generous a little bit. But like it's raining all the time, so I don't get it that much.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
I mean, but they don't arrest them when it comes to like them getting caught on drugs.
they don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, like they don't like arrest them or anything. Like even if they see the drugs, they don't. Sometimes apparently they don't take them. Like I don't know. I watched the whole video on it. I was like, damn, like
Yeah.
like,
It's
Yeah, all right.
yeah, like, and I'm like, damn, I live here now. Like,
That's
Yeah.
like sometimes they do cops episode in Tempe,
yeah,
Yeah,
and
dude,
it's
I
just
see
like,
that.
yo, like I live there. Like they're doing cops like where I live.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Like,
Yo, there's my house.
Yeah. when you think you live in a nice area, but you live in the hood.
Yeah.
It's like,
I feel like that's one thing about like cities. I feel like the pandemic like has done this. It's like the amount of parts in cities that's like hood, very wealthy, tweaker,
yeah.
hood. You know, it's just like
Even nice areas are becoming the hood now.
it's like on ground
Yeah,
level, they're the
yeah.
hood.
That, like,
It's crazy.
At ground level of the hood, but once you
Yeah.
go up, they're like millions.
Yeah,
because like,
it's
dude, like
insane.
my neighborhood, like I feel like I live in a pretty nice neighborhood. It's, like,
You do.
yeah, like it's suburban stuff, but like I feel like the generation of just people are so different. Like
Yeah.
now, like I feel like they think it's so cool to like have guns and try to be like gang banging, like this, that, and the third. Like they like our local skate park got like shot up twice, like in the past.
It's
couple
Surprise?
months. Yeah, like
Oh,
literally,
gosh.
literally in
Crazy.
Surprise. That's what I'm saying.
Surprise!
It's like, like,
Surprise,
no, it's
yeah.
not even that. It's just like that neighborhood. Like you would never think like that skate park would be the one to get shot up. You know what I mean?
What I think is interesting is sometimes you find that like, and I see this within scootering a lot actually. It's like the kids who are the most wealthy are like really insecure about being wealthy, so they like put on this image like they're broke. You know what I'm trying to say? It's
Mhm.
like I don't know. I always make a joke like, how can you spot the wealthy? Like how can you spot the scooter rider who has the wealthiest parents? Well, who's dressed the worst? You know, it's like,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's that same thing with like those hood rat kids that
Mhm.
you're talking about. It's like they're these kids that have these nice families and nice houses, but they just like they have something to prove, so
Yeah,
they have to go that extra place, and then they just fuck it up for themselves.
Facts.
So, what's next in scootering? Is there anything on the forefront of your mind? I know you said that you want to start creating like different style scooter videos.
Well, like right now I don't really like. I have no agenda. I'm just kind of chilling. Like
I feel
just,
that
yeah.
you're out here to do a special project with Northern.
Yeah, I am, and I'm really stoked on that. Like yeah, I honestly haven't been doing too much other than filming for my little full length. But like I haven't like like I've been working on like a video kind of, but like I haven't like I don't know. I like Washington spots I'm kind of burnt out on.
Makes
Like,
sense.
Yeah, and I honestly like I kind of regret I don't regret moving to Washington because I love it there and love all the homies I've met and ridden with out there, but like just the spots like
They just get
yeah.
repetitive.
Yeah, like the spots like back where I used to live, like in just DC and Maryland.
You can
Virginia.
ride to all of them, but there it's like you got to
and there's a
drive to all of them.
subway, like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like in Seattle, there's no subway. Well, I mean, there's the light rail, but it doesn't leave the city.
Yeah, it's like the stops are so far apart. It's
Yeah.
like it's not even that convenient.
Yeah, it's not convenient.
It's
at
not
all.
built for humans. It's built for humans with cars that want to.
It's built. It's built for visitors.
Yeah.
it's built for the out of towners, not for people that like live in the city, because
Yeah.
it doesn't go through neighborhoods or anything.
Got it. It's
or
only
like not even neighborhoods, but anything that's like
anywhere where people live.
yeah, like it's
Yeah.
just the city, like where the apartments are at, and like the stew and all that. Like
I feel that.
yeah.
What do you want to see from scootering?
Well.
Like
I mean,
as
I want to see more
on-
quality videos
on both ends of the
like-
spectrum, because I feel like that's like, what do you want to see from the scooter community? Like, what do you want to see from your boys? And then what do you want to see from like the companies, the scooter industry?
Well, I mean, from the industry, I want to see like a lot more like kind of like almost like some street league type stuff. I want to see a lot more.
More structure.
Yeah, like I want to see a lot more like just kind of how like skateboarding is.
In
You
what
know,
way?
A lot of ways, to be honest.
Just like the structure of it, like
Yeah.
the legitimacy.
I feel like it's kind of corny a little bit
Mhm.
sometimes.
Okay.
Like just a little bit. I feel like people need to like have more energy. Like scootering doesn't have the energy.
More of a
because
raw energy.
Yeah, because it's not like, especially just how scootering is getting. It's getting a little too like, I don't know. Like
I feel like in
it's
certain
like I'm starting to feel like it's more like a toy, even though it's not. Like scootering is like it's sick and it can be raw. Like it can go, like but like I feel like that's
just how
kinda
are we
getting,
portraying it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but I feel like scootering's supposed to be all over the place with everything, kind of, because skateboarding is like that. But you know,
Yeah,
it's gotta have a
skateboarding
little-
is corny in certain aspects.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, it definitely
it is very corny sometimes.
Yeah, I think skateboarding is pretty damn corny. And
It's like
stuff.
skateboarding sometimes is like in ways more corny than like scootering. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I feel like there's like scooter posers, but they only last for like about a year.
There's
Yeah,
You know
there's
what I mean?
so little scooter
Yeah.
posers.
Yeah,
no one
there
scooters to
are.
be cool.
yeah.
No, but like no, here let me
Like-
finish though. I feel like with skate posers, I feel like there's
Rampant.
people whose like lifestyle is like skateboarding, but they don't even
Scoot
like,
up closer.
I feel like there's people's lifestyle that's skateboarding, but they don't even skate. But like
Yeah.
with people who
Yeah,
skate,
yeah.
you know, you can't pose scootering, and anyone who tries just like ends up not doing it. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like being a skateboarder is like an identity. You know what I mean? But I feel like when you're a scooter rider, unless you're really a scooter rider, it's not your identity. It's just what you do.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like there's a lot of people in skateboarding that don't really care about the action of skateboarding, but care a lot about the title of a skateboarder.
Dude.
You know what I'm trying to say? But in
Yeah.
scootering, it's the exact opposite. There's a lot of people that don't care about the title of a scooter rider,
Yeah,
but care about the action.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
And I think that's what makes our community, like that single reason, I think that's what makes our community more genuine to one another. Like amongst the community, amongst our peers, that's what makes us so genuine, is because like ultimately none of us are here because we want to look cool. All of us are here
Yeah.
because we genuinely want to be, and because of that, we have a sick group.
yeah.
You know, it's like all people that like put their own foot forward.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's like a defining personality characteristic that has brought all of us together.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's like, I feel like scootering, like I just seeing like all the, like just like how different, like it just all the different tricks are being created now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just like it's still not done. Like
What I think is fascinating-
skateboarding, it's like they kind of had a point where like people are still doing a lot of new stuff, but most of it's like crazy stuff that you just see on like TikTok, not like
Yeah.
new like shit you see in video parts.
Mhm.
you
It's
know?
like variations of stuff that has been done before.
Yeah. And like scootering, like I like the other day I saw some dude do like a scooter fakie 50, and like that's a new thing. Like I mean, like, and that's not it. There's more new stuff people are gonna be creating, and like that's what I like about scootering. It hasn't like hit a point where it's like slowing down.
No,
Like,
the other thing too
with
is
that,
our
like,
constant evolution of parts.
Yeah, that too.
You know, it's
Scootering's
like-
always changing with every new part, like new bars, new wheels. Like they're all like new forks. The concept just changes. The
Mhm.
type of metal they use is different. Like it's insane.
The weights, the geometry. It's
Yeah.
also like you got to think now. 4 years ago, the idea of doing a whip back 50 down a street handrail was out of the question.
Dude.
But now on the 7 wide, I think somebody's gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Uh-huh.
like it's like that's like a thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like we're getting close to the point in scootering where we're gonna have like a pretty standard range of like the sizing of scooters. I think we're getting
Mhm.
pretty close to that. Because I don't see us going over the threshold of 7 much more.
I hope
And
No, yeah.
like I just don't see that happening. And
no way.
and I think 6 was like a really important discovery within scootering.
Yeah.
But I think that we're getting to the point where I feel like parts are going to start to get more standardized because we've kind of reached that like prime area. I'm excited to see what that turns into.
Yeah, I honestly I want scootering to settle down a little bit with all the different designs.
Yeah.
Because I feel like every scooter looks a little too different. Like I mean they're supposed to look different, but I feel like everything is just like I don't know, you can't even like when like I don't know, it's just so different with scootering because like skateboarding and bikes they all look the same. Just
I think that's
different
what makes scootering cool though.
Yeah, it does. I just think I
Yeah.
just think sometimes it gets a little out of hand. Like I'll see like some bars that are like I don't know. Like I've seen some upside down looking T-bars, you know what I mean? Where it's, like,
Yeah.
like those look crazy. Like
Well, it's like
stuff
you take
like in like the T sweeps like that, like all those kind of bars were kind of a little wild. Like
well, what I think it's like you take Bob Burnquist's skateboard and you
Yeah.
compare that to Nigel Houston's skateboard. Pretty similar. And you know, in the grand scheme of things, it's like, yeah, it's gonna be a different size, but
yeah.
similar. And it's like you take John Dev's scooter versus Jordan Clark's. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like
it's insane. Like,
it's like
I'm
they're
like,
not even the same.
Yeah, not even close. Like it's like different kinds of scootering in
Yeah.
scootering, and like I think that's like insane. Like even like with like how like people overseas like that ride pegs. Like how
Yeah,
there's, like,
that
a
whole
like,
thing.
yeah, there's like a whole clique of people that just ride.
I was talking
pegs
with
like-
Chase and like Y bars. No one rides
Yeah.
Y bars in the States,
yeah, nah.
but in Europe,
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like everyone out here got T-bars or they got like crows or centuries.
yeah,
Which are like
that's our Y bars.
yeah, exactly. And like even those are kind of like they're not fading out, but they always come and go. It seems like
Mhm.
yeah, because
It's just like, what's the brand to make it now? You
yeah,
know, it was like Rad,
died and like
and then Tilt took it,
yeah,
and now Affinity's making it.
yeah, like it's crazy. It's just gone. And like before that, it was Mad Gear.
Yeah,
Mad Gear.
yeah.
They took it first before everyone, and then Lucky. Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
You're right. The Lucky
Yeah.
7 bars and
Yeah.
the Pry bars.
yeah. That was like when it really like started to just get like kind of imitated by other like brands. You know, like it's crazy like seeing that all happen. Like
It's interesting how that all unfolds with scooter companies and just like
Yeah.
how the parts are. I remember it was a very similar pattern with like the Scooter Front Digger bars came out, and then instantly the Kota Tuckno bars came out, and then instantly the R Willy bars came out,
Yeah.
and it was that same. It was like the same handlebar, and it was
Yeah.
just. And then the JD bars came out. It was like all the same like thing.
Yeah.
And it was like this weird little phase, and now I don't see anybody riding those bars anymore except
Yeah.
for R Willy. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, that's crazy how like it just like kind of flip flopped.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those bars were like people were like everyone wanted them for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then everyone got them, and they were like,
Nah.
yeah,
I like to be honest, I always stayed in like the just like T bars, rad bars kind of like,
Same.
yeah, and like I mean like I used to like kind of be a little bit more on the like park side, I guess if you will, and I rode like Reapers like
Oh,
in
yeah,
like
okay.
district bars, you know, like when
Yeah,
I
the
was,
District
like,
V3s.
Yeah,
Yeah, those
like,
were gas.
Yeah, I like those a lot, like back in the day, like the aluminum ones. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, like I went like through that whole phase, and then like I don't know, now I'm just all about T-bars. I don't really want anything different, just because it's simple. It works for most tricks. Like it doesn't feel weird doing bar spins or bar twists
Yeah.
or anything. I can do like any trick and it feels right. Like with Y bars, like it always feels different. Like with every like Y bar they make, like every company, because there's so many different kinds. Like you know,
Mhm.
like so T-bars they just feel right.
I like T-bars the
like
most
literally
too.
just looking at this wall, there's like 4 like different kinds of Y bars.
Yeah, well, I didn't even realize. Yeah, and you
Yeah,
got,
it's like the proto Y bars,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Scooter Zone Rad Y bars,
Yeah.
the official Rad Y bars,
damn,
the Clayton Lindley 5-star
no way.
bars.
The
the
tornado bars.
yeah, dude, there's so many.
Yeah, that's the only one that's ever been made. So
These
yeah,
ones
there's
right here
one.
are the buff
Wow.
bars. This was the OG of
Yeah, I
all
was
of
Yeah,
them.
looking
yeah,
at
it
those,
The
was-
buff bars, dude.
dude. Yeah, that's some like.
Can the
oh,
camera
shit.
see those?
Part of it.
Oh, true, true.
Well, if you
Yeah.
guys were here, you'd be mind blown.
Yeah, you'd be really impressed. That's insane. Like the Dakota bars or what? Like I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Just because like when I like started scootering, I saw his like old video when he was riding like a
when he
Pro
was
model.
riding those
Yeah,
things.
Yeah.
Dun,
And he was-
dun,
Yeah, yeah, those videos. Yeah. What park was
I'ma
that?
say
Like it was the park Chuan used
Kota
to go
ruined
to. I think
scootering.
It was
I forgot the name. It's somewhere in California.
yeah, it's like Diamond Bar Skate Park. That's
yeah,
what it's
something
called.
like that.
I think.
Like yeah, like but legendary.
Yo, Kota ruined scootering.
How so? In your
Yeah.
opinion, how did Kota ruin scootering?
Just mainstreamed it way too hard.
Specifically?
Like, I feel like I don't know. I just feel like he got really big and then like tried mainstreaming it really hard. So we're like a bunch of little kids were like, okay, I gotta be like Kota. I gotta be like Kota.
Yeah, they wanted
Like,
him.
I gotta
They wanted to
mainstream.
like he wanted them to praise him. Like
I think what happened, I don't think it was the mainstreaming. I don't think that's what
Yeah.
happened. I think that Kota went into scootering initially with his dad being an Olympic cycling coach. So
oh, I didn't know.
yeah, so
really?
so
Yeah,
his
it-
so his dad had and you have to think that he was in this environment. He's growing up. It's like
Yeah.
he's competitive,
Yeah.
right? And then when it's like when him and his dad were like chalking up, like, all right, this is how you're gonna win the scooter contest, son.
Mm.
Like they're like, all right, this is how what the tricks you have to do, and it was just like maximum tail whoops, maximum bar spins. You know, it's just like the most of everything.
Yeah, trick spamming.
Because it was
at
like
its fullest.
because it was like at that time, what's the parameters of judging a scooter contest? He can triple it, he can only double. He's better. You know, it's like it's like who's
my
better? You know.
God.
And I think what happened is I think Kota emphasized the tricks he was doing and didn't really focus on the style. But there was a whole other realm of scootering that was like, nah, the style is more important.
Yeah.
You know. And I think Kota was so distinct in what he was doing that it literally made the other people be like, whatever he's doing, I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And then they labeled him park rider. And then and then other people were like, well, I'm a park rider. I like Kota, but like I run at skate parks, you know. And then that's where the whole division of park and street came about.
I remember when it started getting like that.
And it was like, I think it was rooted at Kota, to be honest. And I also think that there was some other factors that happened along the way. You know, I feel like scootering is so vast as a sport. I can't just pinpoint it on Kota. You know what I'm trying to say? But I think that was a factor. I think Kota's
he blew up before most people in scootering, though.
Kota's hyper obsession of tricks, like his hyper obsession with like doing the action of the tricks, pushed scootering in a way that I feel like isn't necessarily going anymore.
Yeah, like I honestly have always just felt like he pushed it in the wrong direction, because like the way he like, even just the way he looks on a scooter, he's like all like hunched and stuff, and like I feel like it doesn't make it look as cool as it is, because scootering is like an art. Like yeah, and it's like and there's so like just seeing where like how scootering is now, and like looking at like just all the old videos like of Kota and stuff, like where he's just riding like tiny ass like little razor, like I don't know, just like, and mostly even like I'll watch some of the other, like if you've seen any French ID videos when they had their own like pro model kind of like scooter, like that was like the peak for like the different, like I don't know, it was like the raw like OG scootering, like where it was like the foldables still. Like, because they were hitting streets, but they were doing like front people 720s, doing like 3 buttercups out of like banks or over fly boxes, you know. But it just looked sick. Like it didn't look like kind of whack. Like, because I feel like depending on who the person is, like all those kind of tricks can look sick. Like people like hate on a trick, like, and it's not the trick, it's the person doing the trick and like how they're making it look and stuff. But I mean, to be honest, Dakota can do what he wants with it, with scootering. But
that's
like,
the art of it, right?
Yeah, but he's got like all the attention on it, so I feel like he should care more about like just for scootering, like as a whole, like, you know, when it comes to like trying to like not make scootering look like kind of a little corny.
You know what's
I don't know. That's just my opinion.
You know what I think is interesting is, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, why do people like dancing? You know, and I was like, why do people like dancing? And you know, it's like I don't really care for dancing that much. You know, it's like, but people out there will pay a lot of money to watch people dance.
Facts.
You know, it's like what do kids do? They dance. You know, it's like, what is it about dancing that's so interesting? Well, I don't know if I would answer that this question, but what we can all agree on is that people are fascinated in it, right? Yeah. People are fascinated. And part of dancing, and I think what it really comes down to is like you're listening to a song. The song is a certain pattern, right? Yeah. Certain pattern of audio. And then your job is to translate that pattern into a different medium, which is moving your body. And if you're able to match the pattern of your body with the pattern of the music, it creates this simultaneous like synapses, right? Where it's like this cool, satisfying. Satisfying thing, right? And I think like within scootering, it's like it's not really even about what your scooter does. Yeah. It's about how you conduct yourself in the air and how you're kind of dancing. You know, it's like that's what good style is like, can you make your scootering into like a steezy dance? You know what I mean? And I think that like the way that Kota went about it, Kota was like, I am doing the action. I am getting the operation done. You know what I mean? But I feel like for a lot of people, me included, it's not even about getting the operation done. It's about like how uniquely can you get this operation like completed? You know what I mean? And it's like, I think that whole approach to like what you're doing is such a fundamental part of like whether somebody has good style or bad style. And then to take that one step further, it's like, why do people look good in video parts and other people don't? It's like, well, maybe the way their actions are don't match the song that's going on the screen. They can land every single trick, but if the way that they're like moving their micro muscles and doing all the like little stuff, if that doesn't match up to the micro things within the song, it's not going to sync up.
Yeah,
you know what it's like?
Exactly.
It's like, and I think that's kind of what you're talking about with creating these new type of scooter videos, is like really emphasizing like matching all of that up and like making the whole thing fluid.
Yeah, that's really crucial.
Yeah.
I feel like I can like edit, like if the music's not matched up with like the landing and the trick and like how they do the trick, if it's like not on beat, like it ruins the video. You know what I mean? You just like can't even really like, for me personally, like if the editing's really bad, I just can't watch an edit.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
That's
it's just
how I am
bothering me.
yeah. I love sitting down with Daniel and watching videos because he's sometimes is like, it's like, I just can't watch this video. The song, the clips do not match up with the song, and I'm like, damn it, you're so fucking picky.
Yeah, I could be like that too, to be honest.
Yeah,
I feel like people that edit videos like definitely like are a lot more like that. Just
That's
because,
insane.
yeah,
It's
they
their
focus
job.
on like focusing on every little aspect, because that's what I do with just watching skate videos or anything like that. Like,
yeah.
I'm always like, I'm looking at the clip, but I'm also like paying attention to like how it's filmed, the technique, like their zoom technique, you know, like all of that, like just all the little stuff. Yeah.
I feel like my determining factor of whether I'm gonna rewatch a video is like whether it's edited, and because there's certain scooter videos I'll watch that aren't even that good, but are like they're filmed and edited so well, like some of the co-crew videos, and I'll watch those and I'll be like, damn, this is like not that impressive of scootering, but like, damn, this is like edited and filmed to the T perfectly. You know what I mean? It's like there's something about it that's just like, this is a vibe.
You guys ever like seen a clip filmed so well that you like rewind it to rewatch how it's filmed?
Yeah.
You're like,
I do that often, honestly. I'll see how a clip is filmed and like I'll be like, damn, I need to like look at that technique and like take notes like in my head. Yeah, you know, like I usually forget them, but I mean, like they'll come back.
Everything is so situational.
Yeah, it is, like, because sometimes like I'll forget a technique, but then it'll come to me at the perfect time. Like, and then I'll just be like, wow, I just filmed that perfect just because like I just remember that one little thing. Like,
do you ever know that they're gonna land the clip at the beginning of the clip because you start filming it well and you're like, for some reason I just know this is the one, and they do it and you're just like, I knew it.
It's honestly like that a lot when I film Jacob. Like I'll be like like I'll be trying to like test techniques and like all that little stuff, you know, and like I don't know, like it'll just take him, like it doesn't even take him long to get clips, but like usually like he'll just get the clip and I'll film it perfectly, and I'll be like, all the other ones were like bad, but that one was literally like perfect in every way, like the filming, the trick. Like I'm just like,
sometimes I want them to take a few tries.
Yeah,
let me dial this in real quick.
I always am stoked when someone doesn't land something first try. Like, not gonna lie, like I mean, it will, like I'm stoked that it's first try for them, but I'm like, damn, I could have like tested up different filming techniques.
All right, don't lie, you've definitely done this. Have you ever like catastrophically messed up the filming and they're going and you just let it roll and you just pretend you're filming them so they'll stick with it, and then afterwards they don't land it and they go back up and you just don't say shit. You're just like, all right,
I've done that
time
so
for the next
many
one.
times. Especially when you're doing it to someone that you like look up to and you're like, oh, like, oops. Oops. Like, I swear, I've done that so
I
many
hope
times.
they don't look back at this one.
Yeah, exactly. Like try to
fuck is this
delete the
shit?
attempt if you can. If it's not tapes. Yeah, like
You watch it and they're like, oh, can I see that, how that looks? And you're like, no.
Yeah.
You rewind it to one before that. Yeah, exactly. I do that with iPhone clips sometimes.
Yeah,
I'll film
same.
somebody's Instagram video good and they'll mess up, and then I'll film one bad, and then they'll be like, can I see how that looks? Swipe.
Yeah,
looks good.
exactly. Yeah, I'll do that so much.
I've definitely done
I am
that with
so
you.
bad at filming
Ruin your
Instagram
clips.
clips. Like nobody wants me to film their Instagram clips. Like, it's just bad.
The whole filming dynamic of Instagram videos is so funny. Just the way it kind of ranges per like continent. There's like the UK has their certain way. I noticed like certain park kids, they'll like loop their Instagram videos like midway through, so you end up watching it like 2 times and you don't even know.
I can't with that. I can't. That like it's crazy how Instagram has gone through so many different like, little things with that. It's insane.
What do you think the future of scootering is on Instagram? Do you think that's going to be like the final platform of it? Because the only reason I bring that up is because Facebook is kind of crashing right now, and I'm curious, like, where's the next place we're gonna go? You know?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't want to see scootering on Twitter. That'd be weird. Like,
yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah, because then people would also be talking about their like life and stuff on there too. And, like, I feel like that gets too personal. You don't want to know all that stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
I had a really bad sesh today.
Yeah, like anything like that. Like, so I don't know. I honestly like. I think Instagram's not.
It would
that
get
bad.
ruthless.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, the Twitter beef.
Oh yeah, Twitter, dude. Yeah, people would be beefing. That would be like. I mean, people beef in scootering, but it's kind of like. I feel like with Instagram,
it's toned back so much because of the comment section. It can only be so big.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like scooter beef now is just jokes. Like, I feel like everyone who like beefs in scooter like actually fucks with each other.
Yeah,
like, just like, let's just talk some shit for a little bit.
Yeah.
My favorite beef in scootering is Ian McDonald and Nolan Shoemaker.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They're always talking shit about it. Like there was some poll that went around that was like, "Do you think Nolan could fight Ian?" Like,
I remember seeing that.
Maybe Daniel started that. I don't even know.
Yeah, it was someone else.
Didn't they like film some Insta clips together and we're like, the beef's over, guys?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Well, damn. Well, hey, I think we've been talking for quite a while.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna wrap this up right now. But dude, I really appreciate you coming on the show and
no problem.
and talking about your scooter insights. And Charlie, I appreciate you coming on as well.
Yeah, anytime.
But yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
we appreciate
dude,
you.
I'm hyped.
Tell your socials real quick for people that
my
don't know.
Instagram is MacSkippy, and my YouTube is Sean Macfoy.
My Instagram's at Charley_Frank_. And I have a YouTube. It's just Charley Frank, but I don't really have much on there. But if you click the link in my bio, I got like a minute video up if you want to watch that.
Go check out their links, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.